and welcome to Issues on Oweleketv. I am Antonia Wokolo, and in today's program, we'll be looking at a very interesting topic. Family, they say, is made up of a father, mother, and children, and we also have the extended family where we have the aunties, uncles, cousins, and a lot of all grandmother, grandfathers, and we'll be
Father,
examining
mother, sister, brothers, cousin.
so we'll be examining all of that, and I am not alone in the studio. I have Christopher and Sadatu in the studio with me. Welcome to the program, Christopher and Sadatu. Christopher is in another mood today. I honestly do not.
He has an uncle that is ready to fire today.
What about your grandfather? Has not brought your salami till now.
So he has the uncle.
So he has an uncle to fire. Okay,
that was why he's so excited.
All right, so let's look at, now we're looking particularly at uncles and aunties and the role they play in the nieces and their nephews, the role they play in the lives of their nieces and their nephews. Now let's Sadatu, let's come to you. Let's start this discussion from here. Between your the uncles and aunties from your dad's side and your mom's side, who are you closest with?
For me, we are not close to anybody.
Okay.
So this is so because we're born and brought up far away from them, and some of them didn't make the what's it called, the need and intention to extend that relationship to us. We only get to meet them, but they get to say, hey, my cousin, my niece is around when we get home, when we travel down for any festive period. But just on a normal cordial relationship or bloodly relationship, they don't extend that hand, that friendship to us. So we're not that close to them. For me, we're not close.
Okay.
Yes.
Christopher, were you close? Which side are you closer to?
The uncle that is about to fire.
Well, like she says, we were not born in a village. We were born in Yola. But I remember very well that most of my uncles, at least let's say 80% of them, both paternal side and maternal side, visited us.
Okay.
But again, looking at it very well, I personally tend towards my maternal uncles and aunts. As a matter of fact, my beloved aunt, the one I love most, maybe when I say that, they will say, is it because she's in Yankee? No, it's not because she's in Yankee. She's not even the type that throws money around. But she gives when there is reason for her to give. But I love her because of her sincerity of purpose. I also love her because she's also a disciplinarian. She's my mom's immediate elder sister. Well, but coming to my paternal side, I think I don't know whether it is so with you guys. It's like from the moment of marriage, when their brother traveled to go and marry somebody to the house, there is this fear of, oh, maybe what you are supposed to get from our brother, since he's married now, the wife may block us, or she may take some of those things to her family. There is this skepticism between the uncle from the father side and the mother. I don't know if you understand. Now they are not too sure, or they want to interfere in every relationship between your mother and their elder brother, who is your father. So, and at the end of it, you end up noticing or knowing that these people, no matter what you do for them, their entitlement mentality is making them not to even appreciate the little you do for them. My father tried his best for his younger ones, but 1999, since 1999 when he died, we are just like, should I say, abandoned children. But thank God did not abandon us anyway. I remember very well, in 1999, when I finished secondary school, I have an uncle who is actually a man of God. And then he says they don't have money to sponsor my education. And 1999, that was when Obasanjo brought the issue of employment into the place, and then he said I have the height. At 1999, I think I was just about 16 years or thereabouts. Or there, I just finished secondary school, and then he said I should go and pick the form. In fact, he even called one of his friends that you are an inspector. One of my nephew want to join police. They brought the form, but because of course I know where I want to where I want to be, I decided to go to school, find my way to school. So you can see that they at that point I only saw that it was my maternal uncle and nephew and aunt that came to my rescue to pay my school fees. But when they saw that I started going, I have resumed school, Federal Polytechnic at that time. Then I started trying to maybe take some little responsibility that they never meant, but they just want to make people
Okay.
to believe that
They are doing
they are
something.
doing something.
Okay, for me, I think I'm closer to my maternal uncles and aunties than I'm closer to them. Over the years, growing up, having them around constantly, and also visiting them, go for holidays and all of that. So I'm really close to my maternal uncle. So now moving away from that, do you think uncles and aunties play a role in shaping the values and beliefs in nieces and nephews? Do you think they have a way of training? Because this is, let's say you've put to bed now. That's like a second parent. Do you think they have a way in shaping the behavior of their nieces and nephews?
Yeah, for those that are closer to them, they have this value that they add to their life. But for we that we are not, I think my sister represent my mom, my brother wife. In cases like this, they stand for us. So I'm just feeling like since I didn't get to had that experience where I get to choose a side, I have a good uncle, I'm not saying they are bad though, but it's just that there's no that effort to stretch that
Extend the
yes,
hand of friendship.
they didn't put that effort. So I was thinking like for us, since we didn't have that opportunity, we can't we build the whole thing within our own family. But for those people that are very closer to either from the paternity or the maternity side, there is value there. There
Yeah,
is
and I
value
believe
there.
even
If
we
the
asked
effort is there, the
before we
value is
started
there.
before we started the program, we asked those behind the camera, and they also stated that we are closer to our uncles and aunts from our mom's side
Yeah.
than the dad side.
Now let me also be fair to the paternal uncles and aunts. Now I just reflected. I didn't think of this before coming on stage. Now I remember very well the 2-3 times I traveled from Yola to my village. I never came with my dad. I came with my mom. It was my mom that brought me home. And so if my mom comes home, the highest she will stay in her mother-in-law's place is maybe a night or two. The remaining time or the remaining days, or maybe if she's going to spend 3 weeks or 2 weeks, as the case may be, she will spend in her father's place. So you get used to your maternal side more
Because
than
the
your
mothers put more effort.
yeah, because you are as a
maintenance,
child, your
yes.
father is not always there to maybe pay attention to you. In our various homes, except in rare occasions, mothers travel more to the village with the children, and so you don't expect her to go and stay in her husband's place.
Some
Highest she
do.
will stay is to visit
No,
her mother.
some stay,
Some
some do.
stay. They even
Yes,
stay in
their family, the
in-laws'
husband's
house than
family
their
house.
family
Yeah,
house.
yeah.
Yeah,
And maybe go to their if for instance they are from the same hometown,
Community,
they are
yes.
from the same community, they can go to their husband, they go to their husband's house first, their husband's family house first,
They stay
before
there for
moving
long.
to see, oh, let me go say hi to granddaddy or grandmommy. That's
in some situation, probably when they're about to leave with
Yeah.
before they will now
just
go to their parents'
yes,
house.
No, or
I've
maybe
I've
on that
experienced
same day.
that.
Those the one I've experienced, maybe on that same day they go to their father's house to greet whoever is around, or if they're in different states. So it so happens that, okay, let's say you're traveling to Abuja, for instance, you're living in Lagos and you're traveling to Abuja, and your husband's parents are in Abuja. Definitely you go there. Then if your own parents are in Kaduna, you definitely go to Kaduna. So it's just a situation of wherever.
But how long do you stay?
How long? It just depends on what you want to
involved.
do.
Yes,
Yeah,
depends
because
on
for
what you
me,
want to do.
I discovered that my mom will come. She would take us to my father's family. We stay there for father's family stay there for like 2-3 days. That's after spending like 2-3 days in her father's house. She will now come with whatever her husband gave her to give to his mother. Spend like 2-3 days, then go back to father's side or the mother's side, and then we stay there, and then we get used to them more. Like I only I know virtually the names of all my uncles and aunts from my maternal side before
Than
I,
your father's
yes.
side. Okay, so now let's move to this aspect. Do you think that the relationship, let's say for instance, in a family there are issues, disagreements, do you think that can put a strain on the relationship between uncles and aunties and their nieces and nephews? Do you think it can put a strain on it?
To some extent, it can't. Maybe if let's say, how do I even put this? Okay, sorry. Let's say that if the how do I even put this? Like the
Truly, you are not
source.
close to your
No,
uncles
no,
and
no.
aunties.
The source of the problem, if it's that huge, it's mine. But if it's not, it's something they can easily sit down and settle the whole thing in a matured way. But if the source of the problem is very huge, probably the auntie or the uncle overstepped their boundary, it might put a strain on how their relationship will go.
Do you share the same thoughts, Christopher?
The truth of the matter is that some uncles, from my own experience, uncles from my father's side tend to, not that they have or they had any serious issues with my mom, but you discover that, like I said earlier, this entitlement mentality, that this thing is us. The good thing is that, see, okay, I discover again that most of them are always thinking that you are depriving them of what they ought to have.
Okay, so now
Okay.
let's look carefully at this entitlement mentality. Entitlement mentality in itself
Okay.
is you wanting to get, feeling like you are
You
supposed, it
own,
is your
you're
right to get
okay.
something.
Yes.
So now let's look at entitlement mentality from the angle of a nephew or a niece who feels the uncle or auntie owes them money or whatever favor or benefits. What do you think about that situation? Should nephews and nieces have this sense of, oh, my uncle did not give to me, this my uncle is very wicked, he said I told him I have a challenge at school or whatnot, and he's saying I'll call you back, you know, we see so many stories where they
Even
say
in
I have a
movies,
rich
even in
uncle and that rich uncle
okay.
did not help me. What do you have to say about that entitlement
Okay,
mentality?
let me draw it from this side. There was this time that this guy graduated and he made that post went viral. He made this t-shirt and put an inscription
Okay,
to,
his sign out shirt.
yes, something about his uncle, disdaining his uncle for not helping him. I think that, let's not just say this entitlement mentality. There's what we call blood, extended family, right? The blood bond is there. If the relationship is good and your uncle or your auntie is well to do, I don't see any reason why they should not help.
But what if they don't have?
It's not a hey, if they don't have, you can as well, like, okay, they don't have, you understand. But for those uncles, this thing is coming from the angle of those uncle and aunties that have and they don't want to even help their brother's children, which happens to be the nephew or the niece. They don't want to help them. So this what's it called? This
Entitlement mentality.
entitlement mentality goes is derived from that angle, in the sense that, okay, they don't want to give. Probably they might be feeling like, okay,
But you know,
if I
sometimes,
train this person to become somebody, he might be better than my son. Things
but you
like
know,
that do happen.
but you know that
So there's
sometimes,
nothing like entitlement mentality when you have, is your brother, is your brother's child, is your sister's child. You should be able to help them. Just the way you wish good for your own children, you should be able to have wish for them too.
now, but you know that sometimes some people just sit and you may not know what is going on in your uncle or auntie's life.
Okay.
You are just, maybe for instance, maybe distance is now the barrier. You may not know what's going on, and you just look from afar and feel that, oh, because my uncle drives a Toyota Corolla latest model, he has
Which
everything.
probably he bought with loan.
Yeah, he bought with loan and he's still paying off, and we pay off till 2030. You are like, he has a lot of money and he's very stingy. You know, they will always make my uncle is a very stingy man. He doesn't like helping. Christopher, what do you have to say to that?
Well, first of all, our prayers for our parents, and we that are parents and those who are coming from behind to be parents, may God give us the grace
To take care of our own.
to take care of our children before we
Exactly.
depart this world.
Exactly.
Amen.
If you are from a toxic family, pray that your uncle doesn't even, pray that you don't even have to go and beg your uncle to assist you.
Exactly.
Because if they do, my dear, you will pay until you die.
What you
This
said
is why
that?
you say no. I
Yeah,
don't think pay.
because
In what aspect?
In what way?
Pay as till you die.
yeah,
like
because if, like I said, if you are from a toxic family,
Family,
and
okay.
any uncle who grudgingly assisted you in school, if you become somebody tomorrow, he may decide to even force his children on you, even whether you are doing well or not.
Okay, as
It's
a
like
way
a
of
payback
payback.
time.
Yes,
Okay.
that is one. Two,
Okay. Do you call that mentality?
Do you call that? So that's entitlement mentality on the part of the
sorry.
uncle.
Do you call that?
it is.
Is
It
it?
is. Yes. If
I
you
just think one good turn deserves the other.
now, it is not
Yes.
your it is not something that you should push to me, that because you trained me in school I should come and do for you, like she rightly said.
And another thing is, so now let's balance this. So uncles should not have the entitlement mentality towards their nephews and nieces. You will not have that notion that because I did this for you, I need to get this in
If
return.
my uncle needs something,
Yeah.
let me use myself as an example.
Okay.
I told you when I finished secondary school, they said they don't have money to take me to school and all that. I finished my polytechnic, went to the university, went for international studies, did my masters and all that. None of them knew. In fact, I'm very, very sure that none of my uncles is aware that I have master's degree.
Okay.
None
Were
of
they
them.
aware when you picked up the phone? Did you inform them when you picked up the phone?
How can I go and meet somebody that could not even allow my younger brother to stay in his house, just to stay in his house to go to Kogi State University? Kogi State University is in Ayingba. My younger brother, who today is a pastor with Living Faith, got admission, and he practically disallowed him. Now look at it. Even a practical.
Did he give you reasons?
What reason? My kid sister, who is a DSS officer today, also the wife picked her to train her when she was little. He stylishly brought her back.
Okay. So I think that this is okay.
Question I want to ask, like in the sense I said, in the regard, sorry, that I said one good turn deserves the other. Okay, let's assume your uncles did not do anything for you. None of them, just like you stated earlier on, that none of them did anything for him. Okay, let's assume now you are well-to-do. You will be well-to-do. You have it all. Does that mean you are not going to extend that kindness out there to them?
My grandmother died 4 years ago.
Okay.
Because of their attitude, I had no reason to. Because my father died 26 years ago, I had no reason to assist them. But I practically buried my grandmother.
Okay, so as a Christian, I'm asking, does that mean you cannot, or you
cannot extend a helping
that
hand?
Of course, why not? Like, now that is what I'm saying. He's like, this my uncle now. His daughter just graduated from Federal University, Lokoja. I know how much I assisted her there.
Okay, I said something earlier on that we are not close to either our aunties or our uncles. Yeah. But that doesn't mean we are not.
You won't help your cousins.
We're not putting that effort
nephews,
to communicate or come together with our cousins. As I'm talking to you, sometimes my cousin do send me money. But we are not close to either their father or their mother. And from my dad's side, in fact, we don't even have anybody that
bond will be there between the nephews of the same family.
No, like, sir, I want to correct a notion. I want to correct a notion. Our uncle didn't do anything for us, but we are putting that effort to keep in touch.
It's not just about whether they did something for you or not. The
fact
that you are bounded, the same blood is flowing through your veins. Exactly. Let that kindness also be extended.
If you visit your uncle, or you intend to spend holidays with him, probably you presume he has something to give.
It may not necessarily be that he has something
probably,
to give.
But your notion, your intention is not for you to go and get money from him.
Okay.
But maybe you just felt, this is my uncle, let me go and spend my break with him, maybe to create some kind of bond. And then you get there and then you start complaining, and all the complaint is for you to just reason as a mature person. Then you carry your bag to go, and then you leave. And then it happens to you, it happens to your siblings with the same uncle. And then at the end of it, will you be free if not for the fear or the grace of God with you, for you to start maybe relating with his children? Because he has already given you clear sign that you are not welcome.
You're not welcome. Did
he say that, or you are just reading from the
sometimes
reaction is reaction, not even worse than worse.
Mr. Christopher, I want to say something. Sorry, Antonia. Let's say you travel, just like you said, you travel, your sisters travel, and the uncle is not giving the way he's supposed to. Do you know that this this thing about aunties and uncles, especially those ones that have been in the village, they always have this expectation, high expectation, that if you're coming from town,
You must bring
you
something
must bring
down.
something.
Yeah.
That's why it's always advisable, if you're traveling, prepare yourself. Prepare yourself.
How
in
do
the
you
sense
expect a
that
student
if
to
no,
prepare
sir,
himself?
in the sense that if they are giving you that attitude that is not welcoming, you have everything all set and
So
ready for
basically,
you.
yeah, okay, so this is where we'll wrap up the show, but
Okay.
I want to leave our viewers with the final words. Your family is very, very important. Both your nuclear family and the extended family. And as an uncle, as a niece or nephew, having that entitlement mentality is not good, because you set yourself up for so many disagreements when people don't meet your expectations. Yes, you are in a family. There should be that bond. The joy of me coming to see you alone should be what will satisfy you, and not going to see you with the hope of, oh, if my uncle does not give me 10,000 naira or does not give me transport, that does not take that away.
Let me reach out to that my wicked uncle.
Your uncle is not wicked. You may not necessarily know what is actually going on in their lives. And
sorry, Antonia, and said that.
Okay.
This relationship we're talking about goes far beyond money. We're not even talking money here. There is this joy there is this joy that should come with someone
being your family
member. Yeah. And so when you expect such reciprocation from that same family member and it's not coming, don't you feel that
reciprocation of the joy or reciprocation of gifts?
Of the joy, not gifts. Gift is a minor thing here. Okay, what if you are the one that is even what if at the end of it, the only thing you will get to know is that once you are successful, they now start rushing back to you. Once you no longer have, they go back.
But that one is
there love?
No, that humans will always go to that. Success. They say success has many fathers or many cousins, but failure is an orphan. So that's too. Okay. I don't know if you have any other words to say.
Yes, I have something to say. Manage your, Mr. Chris, manage your expectations.
Why do I feel like this is a direct attack?
Even expectation of love.
This is a direct attack.
It is not a direct attack. Just like I told you, I wasn't we're not close to our uncle, but we made that effort to reach out to our cousins. Do you understand? So I want to tell you to manage your expectation. When you manage your expectation, you will not even care.
You won't get angry unnecessarily.
Who doesn't do that? And whatever you're doing or whatever you're doing, do it out of your kind heart. Because if you do that, you will not care who does this or who doesn't do that.
And if they don't reciprocate,
that's just it.
So if somebody doesn't reciprocate, love.
You are good. You have enough love. Keep giving it.
This just brought something to my notice. If they don't reciprocate love, that's on them, not you.
Yes.
If you
want to keep on going there.
Keep showing love.
Keep showing love because
these ladies now no. Please comment on the comment on
Let's know in
the yes. You visit somebody and the person is not welcoming you, is giving you attitude. Then you keep on showing that love.
Yes, you keep showing love because
you have enough to go around.
I am a realist too.
That's the much you can take on today's program. That's a wrap. Thank you, Christopher. Thank you, Sadatu, for joining the conversation. Keep showing love. Keep being kind.
Yes.
Your family is very important. Keep loving. Even if they are not reciprocating, keep doing it because
that shows that uncles in the village. Be very, very careful.
Now you are trying to project the village people syndrome. That shows that you are a good individual, and it just makes your life a lot better and easier. You have less to worry about. My name is Antonia Oweleke. Please do well to leave your comments, like this video, and also check out our other videos on the channel. See you
check
next
on your
time.
Uncle too.
Follow us on our social media handles at Oweleketv. Visit our website at www.oweleketv for a thrilling journey. Oweleketv, rising star at the fairground.